As we're entering summer down south, a restful overnight flight to London takes us into the virtual spring of 2013. And British culture and fashion is not only projecting itself into next season, but via social media, it's broadcasting to a global audience who are all at Fashion Week live via tablets and phones. Jonathan decided to get himself there by more conventional means.
There's only one way to get around during Fashion Week, and it's not by taxi. I've only got one option if I'm going to get to this fashion show. It's by bike.
816,000 people go to work each day in UK fashion, and this event drives that industry.
It's my first big show at London Fashion Week. This is what I call organized chaos. Hundreds of people coming together for 15 minutes.
Emma Farrow, head designer at Topshop, loves it.
Emma, first off, congrats. It looks like the show is finally coming together.
Yes, finally. It feels like we've been working towards this moment for months now. It's like this big machine takes over. You know, all these people come in, like the hair and the makeup. It's amazing. It's my favorite bit.
And what can we expect on the ramp today?
We've gone quite minimal for spring, which is something that we're feeling quite strongly for. So look, we've been looking at the 90s, quite sort of pared back, simplistic shapes, but in modern fabrications and with print as well. I think there's been quite a move for last collections around the world for this more is more digitized print, and we really wanted to strip it back.
The other story of the day was how, as we were watching this, more than 2 million viewers in 100 countries were watching it simultaneously online and ordering so fast that several lines sold out in an hour.
What has made the concept so successful, do you think?
I think it captures, you know, that incredible British spirit, you know, how we have this real sort of effect on sort of style and how people dress, and, you know, it has resonance all around the world.
I have to ask what the significance of the tattoos are.
Well, I'm a bit impulsive when I'm choosing them. I just decided, you know, that was what I wanted on that arm.
I love my tattoos. I'm known back home for my tattoos.
I don't normally have them out, you know, like, but I thought today, you know, it's spring, I'll just get them out for today.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Another not-to-be-missed gig was Fred Butler's wearable sculpture range, to which Ying Lee was adding the final touches.
It looks like gold hexagons and bumblebees seem to be the theme this year. How do you translate that to makeup?
That is exactly what it is. Fred's collection this season is inspired by bumblebees and honeybees, and it's all very gold and shiny, so her skin is going to be very golden. She's going to have like yellow bits in her eyebrows that look like pollen. She's going to have false eyelashes, the small beads that Fred's been using in her own collection as well, and then she's going to have really dewy lips, like she's covered in honey basically.
Fred Butler is in fact a woman, and she's designed handcrafted accessories like these for Björk, Lady Gaga and Nicki Minaj. This was her second London Fashion Week, but she was still not making it a walk in the park for the fashion press.
I'm loving the whole bumblebee gold theme that you got going here.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I wanted to do gold work embroidery that I've done in the past, so that's what started it, in hexagons, and then the bee theme came. So there's a queen bee and her 3 drones.
If you're after a discreet clutch or necklace for the cocktail circuit, this isn't it. Fred is about performance and statement. Fashion
film, that's one of my main things. So you can see on the stands around here is the fashion film I made. And you can hear the soundtrack that I made with 2-inch Punch.
You've got your fingers in so many creative pies: filmmaking, prop styling, art direction. Which is your favorite?
The whole thing, just creating one vision,
Jonathan was working hard to convince us he was looking purely at the bling.
Jessica, these are some incredible accessories.
Look, it's incredible. They're really heavy, but they're just so... it feels amazing to wear.
From one of Britain's most curious to arguably its favorite designer, the celebrities were here to see the latest from Christopher Bailey, chief creative force behind a British legend.
I've just arrived at the Burberry fashion show, what is said to be the biggest event of London Fashion Week, and this massive structure has been constructed right in the middle of Hyde Park. What can we expect from tonight's show, do you think?
Well, I had a quick look backstage and it looks very colourful and optimistic, a little bit sexier than we're used to from Burberry, so it looks wonderful.
Andy, are you a Burberry fan?
Yeah, I'm wearing all Burberry stuff, yeah, so I like it.
And what are you most excited about for tonight?
I mean, I don't know what to expect. This isn't really my world, but it's a nice thing to be able to do with my girlfriend. She's a big fan of fashion, so it's a good thing to do.
Angels would fear to combine this palette with the Burberry tradition, but not so Mr. Bailey.
I'd been looking at all these incredible Norman Parkinson photographs from the 40s and 50s, and he did all these very saturated colours, and including the lips, these very, very strong, intense lips. And then I found these incredible images in the archive, the Burberry archive, of these corsets and capes that Burberry had done in kind of the early 1900s. So kind of all the things came together to produce quite a sassy show.
Legs, hot pants and metallic bags. This was new in the brand's century-and-a-half history.
I wanted to make people smile and happy, and I wanted to, do a collection that was a bit more joyful and quite sexy.
Although more restrained, the guys got in on the pinks and greens too, and with their standalone menswear store about to open, all social media was summoned to the cause as well.
We had the live one here in Hyde Park, then we had a live stream going to Regent Street where we had a completely different audience, and then we had a global audience on their mobiles or in their homes or in our other stores around the world. So we were kind of looking at it in 3 different ways, and we did different messaging for each different audience and community, but they all were part of the same energy.
Amongst those in the house was Annie Lennox's daughter, TALI.
It's always nice to see the show. I think it's also nice, there's always loads of familiar faces, because it's so English as well. It's nice to have that kind of nostalgia, sentimentality.
And what are you wearing tonight?
All Burberry. Well, this is from Urban Outfitters, and this is from Mulberry, but this is all Burberry. They kindly lent me some things.
Great, well you look fantastic, have a lovely evening.
Thanks, you as well.
Another trend that London is at the forefront of is how many ways there are to dress the perfect hamburger. Here was a fashion industry Jonathan could truly sink his teeth into.
Wow, thank you. Now we're talking. I've spent the whole week looking at these tiny models on the ramp, and it's made me really, really hungry. I've heard about this legendary Big B Bar burger all over town. I had to try it for myself. So here we go.